They're going to be dealing with the storms coming through. You can see this is going to happen Thursday as well as into Friday. And then by the time you're waking up early Friday morning, we'll start to see some of that clearing happening for you. But Thursday, here's the forecast. You can see this extends from areas from New Orleans all the way up towards Charlotte. What we have is our upper low that's going to be pulled up towards the northeast. As it does, we're going to see that cold front kind of stretched out. So again, we'll still see some of those stronger storms trying to develop. The main threat will be the damaging winds. Now, as we look for Saturday, or should say Thursday morning at 6 a.m., scattered storms around from Charleston into Birmingham as well as into Raleigh. Some of these at times bringing with it some of the heavy rainfall. We stop it in the afternoon. It's still wet. So basically Thursday is going to be your wet day. And even as we head into the end of the week, now Raleigh as well as into D.C., as you're heading out the door on Friday, expect to see wet conditions certainly out there. So this is kind of how you're going to end your work week with some storm activity. But then we go back over to the central part of the plains and look at Texas. We have another upper low that's going to be coming through. As it does, it's going to be a little bit closer in proximity to Texas. So we're going to look at the potential for some of that hail to once again return to some of these storms as we head into Thursday. Really going to start in two different areas and spread in as we go later into Thursday. We'll be right back with our tornado coverage as we continue all night long.
4 for listening to your gut and not what the weatherman says. For those that understand an SUV's size can be measured, but not its heart. And for believing every room should have a view. 4x4 today, tomorrow, and never say never. Jeep Renegade. It's how we live 4x forever. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 1,000 total bonus cash on 2016 Jeep Renegade models.
People are driving Ram trucks than ever before. Guts, glory, Ram.
I take pictures of sunrises, but with my back pain, I couldn't sleep and get up in time. Then I found Aleve PM.
Aleve PM is the only one to combine a safe sleep aid plus the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve.
I'm back.
Aleve PM for a better AM.
When I first started, I wasn't sure I could do it. Losing 50 pounds felt impossible. But just like everything else in life, it started with a single step.
Introducing the all-new Turbo 10. Lose up to 10 pounds in your first month and 5 inches overall. You'll love it. Money back guaranteed.
I took the first step, and I'm so glad I did. It's simple. Just take the first step.
Nothing beats the feeling of losing weight every week. With Nutrisystem, I have so much more energy, and I feel great.
I lost 5 pounds, and then I lost 10 pounds, and then I lost 15. It's simple. Just take the first step.
Taking that first step changed everything. Now I'm finally healthy and in the best shape I've ever been.
Order your 28-day plan right now. With Turbo 10, you'll get delicious meals and 1 week of our all-new Turbo Shakes free, packed with protein and probiotics to help support digestive health and bust belly bloat. Plus 1 week of our NutriCrush Shakes to crush hunger free.
Take the first step. I'm Dan Marino, and I lost 22 pounds with Nutrisystem.
My energy is back, and I can't stop smiling about it. I'm Melissa Joan Hart, and I lost 40 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Bye-bye, belly fat.
I saw results right away.
There's no counting, no measuring, no meetings. It's easy with Nutrisystem.
I took the first step. I'm glad I did. 48 pounds, gone.
I lost 50 pounds. I can't even tell you how good that feels.
I'm Jeannie Francis, and I lost 40 pounds on Nutrisystem.
I'm Marie, and I lost 50 pounds with Nutrisystem.
Call or click now, and we'll rush you Turbo 10 today with 14 free shakes, plus free shipping. Lose up to 10 pounds in your first month and 5 inches overall. You'll love it. Money back guaranteed.
Pick up the phone and call Nutrisystem today.
Call 888-884-SIZE right now and get the all-new Turbo 10 with 14 shakes free.
Can a toothpaste do everything well?
This clean was like, pow.
It added this other level of clean to it.
It just kind of like wiped everything clean.
6 times cleaning.
My teeth are glowing. They are so white.
6 times whitening.
I actually really like the 2 steps.
Step 1 cleans, step 2 whitens.
Every time I used this together, it felt like leaving the dentist office.
Crest HD, 6 times cleaning, 6 times whitening.
I would switch to Crest HD over what I was using before.
ET Phone Home.
When you find something you love, you can never get enough of it. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
4
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms likely. A few storms may be severe. Low 56. Wednesday, thunderstorms. High 75. Chance of rain 80%. Wednesday night, thunderstorms. Low 57. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Closed captioning brought to you by Beltone, your premier hearing care partner.
Beltone is conducting a new trial on innovative hearing technology. You will be asked to evaluate a remarkable product that's virtually invisible. Call 1-800-BELTONE.
Wow, look at these dark, ominous skies as these storms are rolling its way around the St. Louis area here. Yeah, we've been tracking a lot of storms moving into the area here, and this is the result from the ground looking up at those dark skies. Wow.
Yeah, pretty impressive view there. That's coming out of St. Louis, and we do know those are going to be moving into central Illinois. Thank you so much for watching Weather Center Live. I'm Jen Delgado. We continue our nonstop coverage of tornado threat across parts of the central U.S.
That's right. I'm Alex Wallace. I tell you, a lot of folks having to deal with this threat here for our day. We're talking over 20 million people under the threat for tornadoes. That's just today alone.
All right, and we do know that actually all these storms, they're going to be spanning an area of more than 600,000 square miles.
All right, so of course we've got the big team in place, our severe weather threat. Dr. Forbes, we've got our first tornado watch in place. Probably going to be looking at another one pretty shortly just to its south.
Yeah, those are out in the Central Plains. We've had severe thunderstorm watches also all the way from the mid-Atlantic over into parts of the western Ohio Valley where we have severe thunderstorms ongoing. This watch includes Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware till 9 p.m. 1-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Just to the west of that, there are some thunderstorms that have some hail up to 1 inch in diameter, including this down in Meigs County in southeast parts of Ohio, and at times up in the area near Xenia, Ohio. This storm has produced, or at least been threatening to produce some 1-inch hail. So we'll be on the lookout for that. That's along a frontal zone. Can you see how the winds here collide, coming in from the north and east, coming in from the south, coming in from the northwest and the west? So it's along that frontal zone, and especially here near St. Louis, where a big thunderstorm cluster is rolling east, and that area has a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 o'clock for 1.5-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And we've seen that, and it's rolling right across St. Louis right now. Look at this big backward sea bow echo with strong winds coming right down the apex, the leading edge of that bow area there, coming now into areas like Madison and St. Clair. There's been at the International Airport 60-mile-per-hour gusts and 1-inch hail in the St. Louis County area. So that's the kind of thing that we could be seeing there. Tracking that out from the St. Louis area right now. Belleville, Illinois, for example, coming up in a few minutes, and then over toward Nashville, Illinois, and some of these additional areas all the way to Centralia at around 3:35. Then, brand new, the tornado watch for parts of Nebraska, Kansas, and down into Oklahoma. In fact, a brand new tornado watch all the way down into Oklahoma. That watch goes till 9 p.m. We go down and catch until midnight for the tornado watch that goes down into parts of Oklahoma and Texas. And these could have hail up to 3.5 inches in diameter, wind gusts of 70 miles per hour, and obviously the threat for tornadoes. Thunderstorms are beginning to fire up now. Here you see in the visible satellite imagery along a dry line. That's the west edge of the Gulf of Mexico moisture as these wisps of high clouds come in from the south and west. That's some of the upper air forcing to break through a warm layer, a cap that we call it aloft, and that earlier had been inhibiting the thunderstorms. Right now, there's those line of thunderstorms starting to fire up south and west of Wichita, and one of them is coming out of the area from west of Medford in Oklahoma up into Harper, Kingman, and Sumner counties in areas south and west of the Wichita, Kansas area. So hail up to half-dollar size and gusts to 60 mile per hour or more threat there. By 5:30, we'll see more of these spreading and developing up farther north into Kansas and maybe down a little bit more into the Texas area. And then watch it with time in our computer, our future radar. We get more and more of these storms. Kansas, southeast Nebraska, central Oklahoma, down into north central Texas by 8:30. And then by 11:30 midnight, they move over into Missouri, northwest Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, north central parts of Texas. So pretty high tornado condition index values that I'm giving today. This main severe weather threat in the Central Plains from southern Nebraska down into north central and central parts of Texas. Tornado condition index values 7 for central parts of Kansas, 70% chance of tornado within 50 miles, 6 for central parts of Oklahoma, and then 5 down into parts of Texas. So dangerous storms, big hail, softball-sized hail in some places, and some of these storms overnight will work their way across into Missouri and Arkansas. Maybe more of a line of thunderstorms than these individual threats, but still, Jen, a chance of tornadoes overnight.
Okay, so we do know that threat's there, you know, and the people in Texas are saying they don't want any more rainfall and they don't want any more big hail, but the reality is, you're right, we could be looking at softball-sized hail. Now, we look at another city, we look at Oklahoma City, and really all across this region, we look at 35 as well as into 44 as well as 70. These are the areas that we're looking at the greatest threat for potentially for some of these tornadoes. But for Oklahoma City, this is going to go for you through tonight. You have a torcon of 6, and that means you have about a 60% chance of a tornado. So in addition to that, 2 to 3 inch softball-sized hail. So we're talking apple softball size. This is certainly enough that's going to cause damage and potentially that could potentially be dangerous in addition to the threat for tornadoes. As we show you, what's going on right now, it looks to be fairly quiet, but we're already starting to see more activity, and that's why we have those tornado watches that have already been issued. As we get closer to the time you're getting ready to go home, 4 or 5 o'clock, look what happens right along Interstate 40. These storms start to develop and they start to become a little bit more indiscreet. If you can see some of these, not the ones that line up that we're going to see later in the day. It's the ones that come earlier that we're worried about the potential, especially for the threat for some of those tornadoes. As we go later into the night, you start to see those lining up and quickly moving over towards the east, with it bringing those strong winds ahead of that, in addition to the hail threat. This is along 44 and 40 as it sweeps into areas, including parts of Missouri. Oklahoma City tonight, storms around, and the clear skies, a big improvement for tomorrow. Much cooler and drier air in place. Alex, let's talk more about the severe threat for Friday.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are going to be dealing with this again as the threat for the severe activity sticks around through the end of the week. As we look live now in on Oklahoma City, that's there on the left. Memphis, another spot that may be dealing with some storms as well by the end of the week, getting into the weekend also. So let's show you what's happening here for you by the time we get into that sort of Friday time frame, and right back across the southern portions of the plains into Texas here. Anywhere in that red, we'll be looking for that threat for severe storms, spreading a little bit farther east, getting into Arkansas, northern parts of Louisiana, and even into Mississippi as well. Damaging winds, hail, tornado risk will be there for us as well. Already torcon values for Friday getting up around a 4 for northern and northwest portions of Texas, sliding away up into Oklahoma, the southern and western parts of the state there. It is a 4 out of 10 for you. So still several days away, and we're talking 40% chance of a tornado within a 50-mile radius. Those numbers could, of course, change. So here's the setup for us as we head to the late week. We look towards the northeast, and this is the system that we're tracking now in the middle of the country. That's where it will be located by Friday, and our attention turns to the next disturbance pulling its way out of portions of the Four Corners. Once again, we'll be talking about moisture flowing northward and out of the Gulf of Mexico, and then running into our storm system at the surface, an area of low pressure as well. Jet stream winds starting to get involved. So again, the setup very similar to what we're talking about now, maybe a little bit farther south, but nonetheless, the risk for severe storms existing for our Friday and Friday night, including Oklahoma City, Dallas, spreading over towards the Shreveport area for you. Then by Saturday, now we shift things east. We're talking the lower Mississippi Valley getting into some of this rain and storm activity. Houston, another spot that could be seeing some storms as well. So we aren't done yet. Early week nasty storms, late weekend, the threat coming again for some of the same spots. Jen?
All right, well, coming up, we have live coverage from meteorologist Mike Seidel. He is live in Wichita, and the state is actually already under a tornado watch until midnight tonight. You can see a new watch now extended to include areas like Texas, as well as even in the southern parts of Oklahoma. Again, this goes into 12 o'clock. We already have warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We expect to see more of those popping up. We'll continue our live coverage of the tornado threat across parts of the plains right after the break.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms likely. A few storms may be severe. Low 56. Wednesday, thunderstorms. High 75. Chance of rain 80%. Wednesday night, thunderstorms. Low 57. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Olay Total Effects, a skin transformation that rivals the leading department store moisturizer. Revives skin